Hello and welcome again to the Bunny Perspective. 15 episodes ago, I talked about a show that, for reasons I don't understand, is still on Fox. That show is, of course, Glee, one of the most annoyingly bad shows I've ever been compelled to watch. This week, we're talking about Michael, an episode from season 3. This episode is also a theme episode, wherein all the songs are by Michael Jackson.
Girl, close your eyes.
I happen to like Michael Jackson a lot. His music is rarely covered well, and Glee rarely covers music well, so this promises to be painful. And seriously, we need to realize that Glee is a thing, you guys. It's a thing that is in no way going to end anytime soon. I'm not trying to troll these people, but listen to what Glee fans have to say.
Once again, Glee has succeeded in making me cry like a little girl.
Guys, so I'm a huge Glee.
Season 3, Episode 6, Smash Off, and it was explosive.
It was.
And this week's Glee was the Michael Jackson tribute.
There's no joke here. This is what fans are saying, despite how dumb the episodes get. I want to remind you, this series, for whatever reason, has devoted fans. They're in no way different than Doctor Who fans or bronies. Glee takes a big dump on nearly every character and every song they sing, and it gets worse with every new episode and every new season. Glee is difficult for me because, honestly, I liked it. I thought Kurt had some really good stories, I believed Rachel and her crazy fixation with fame, and I thought Sue Sylvester made a funny and decent villain. Then the second season kicked in, and it was apparent that Glee was going to jump as many sharks as it fucking could. If you're weak-willed, turn back now, cause this is Glee on Jackson. And there will be no little kid-touching jokes, you jerks.
And in general, I'm not a huge tribute fan, and I still don't think I am.
All my friends are dead and they don't like me anymore. They moved along, they changed, and now they find me quite a bore. Way back then it was okay to be a little weird, but all my friends are dead and some have even grown a beard.
I like Michael Jackson quite a bit. The dude invented new ways of dance, has some amazingly produced albums and videos, and was kicking out some pretty good music up until he died recently. Michael Jackson is as close to sacred material as Glee will ever get, until Will decides to do a Tupac cover. Whatever you thought about Michael Jackson after his sordid scandals, you have to admit he was a cultural force. Unlike Madonna, which Glee has also devoted an episode to, she is still working, and the worst public flub she's ever done was made out with a hot chick. Madonna has had a hand in sculpting pop music, sure, but not at the same level as Michael Jackson. Well, enough idol worship, though. I just wanted you to get an idea of what is at stake. This material is not only very difficult, but it also has a lingering fan base that is very intolerant of poor covers. I'm saying that this should be the last nail in the Glee coffin, but then again, listen to the fans!
For Glee Season 3, Episode 11, Michael. This episode was amazing. Probably one of my favorite episodes of Season 3.
To be honest, I'm not the biggest Michael Jackson fan. I liked the Britney Spears tribute because they went old school and I reminisced about my middle school.
I wanted to review Tuesday's Michael episode for you guys. So this review comes to you in 9 parts.
So if you do not like Michael Jackson, or you do not get Michael Jackson, get out. Overall, just a fantastic episode. Like, oh, I mean, I love Michael Jackson, and I always get worried when they're going to do tribute episodes.
They don't seem to agree with me. So it's up to me to remind you, yes, you, the fans, that none of this makes any fucking sense, and I ask you to please, please stop watching it, so maybe it will go away. Okay, I'm going to recap the episode, and by that I mean I'm just going to tell you what plot points are covered, and it's going to be a list. Sorry, it's honestly so you understand why I'm bitching. So this time on Glee. 1. Kurt's boyfriend Blaine has been flirting with a new guy, Sebastian, who is in a competitive choir, the Warblers. During a poorly conceived musical fight between the two schools, Blaine is injured by Sebastian, and instead of calling the cops, the entire problem is resolved at the end with both choirs singing Black or White together. 2. Rachel is deciding whether or not to marry Flynn, and I couldn't care less. She says yes by the end. 3. Kurt and Rachel are seeing if they got into college. They are both finalists. We don't know if they got in for sure or not. That's so they can milk this college thing for as long as humanly possible. 4. Mercedes and the formerly poor blonde-ass white boy, who I think they just sort of forgot his character's motivation after 2 episodes of exploring it, have a song. 5. And Artie gets out of his wheelchair for a poorly conceived musical dream sequence. There are a bunch of storylines that are ongoing and not at all addressed in this episode. Fans will agree with me that if there is one good moment, it's Blaine and the first song of the episode.
Said you wanna be starting something, you got to be starting something.
Yeah, this
To hide to get over, you're too low to get under.
is as good as it gets. It's alright. I mean, it makes me the least angry, but it doesn't go far enough, like all the musical numbers they do on this stupid show. It sounds like an ABC Saturday morning special shot at Disneyland if everyone was singing Michael Jackson songs. Only even worse. It's missing the passion of the originals, and it feels like that this asshole just has a job singing cover songs. Oh wait.
Talking, squealing, lying, see, you just wanna be stopping something.
The biggest problem with this song is, where did all these Michael Jackson costumes come from? Is this supposed to be a fantasy sequence? Well, no. We know this because later on they use that big light board during a scene that we're supposed to believe actually happens. So clearly all of it must have happened. Why does this school have a fucking budget for a giant wall of flashing light bulbs that form words? For fuck's sake. Apparently the Glee program has been irresponsibly blowing its budget. No wonder why they are always needing cash in episodes when they need an overarching conflict. Should we save up for the school trip or buy a disco floor? Dang. Whatever. Moving on. During this scene wherein Rachel admits she doesn't like Michael Jackson.
I know, I think he's an amazing performer, but I've never really just got what he was about.
Yeah, go figure. Rachel, one of the most self-loving, drama-injecting ice queen bitches in TV history, doesn't like Michael Jackson. Sounds like a worthy endorsement to me. They have casually racist insults thrown over top of actual Michael Jackson music.
But if you had a piñata you wanted delivered, I bet he could make sure that got to them.
Well done, you fucking dummies. It's not like he fought against that or nothing. Good tribute.
They can have our journey and our dream girls, but pilfering my Michael, that's another level, not okay.
What the fuck does that mean? Why do they write his dialogue like he's a sassy black chick? They already have one of those.
I want to be the spectacle.
So the main problem with all these dumb fucking theme episodes they insist on doing is that the source material is limiting. On a normal episode, if a kid is crushing on a teacher, you could do a mashup, a young girl, and Don't Stand So Close to Me.
She wants me so badly, knows what she wants to be. With all the charms of a woman.
Even with the variety of subject matter Michael Jackson covered, the episode feels like the songs were bought and then the episode was written. Like in the writer's room, they must have been killing themselves to figure out what to do with the budget titles like Human Nature and Scream. Shit, guys, what do we do with that weird Scream song? Just give it to the wheelchair kid. Okay, should we have Kurt sing it with him since his boyfriend's the one that got hurt? What? No, give it to the fucking dancing Asian kid. But for real, why is the dancing Asian kid in this musical number?
I'm tired of this scheme.
Wasn't it Kurt's boyfriend that got injured? It's in his range and everything. Also, why use the exact visuals of the music video?
It's kind of disgusting. What does it mean, Daddy? You're kicking me down. I got to get up.
Is it because most likely no one has ever seen that video? Unlike Bad?
Show your face.
See, in the Bad number, if they'd copied the video exactly without the bullshit acapella,
I'm telling you on how I feel.
They would have gotten buried in bad press. But Scream? No one gives a fuck about Scream. Honestly, the song choice doesn't really bother me. Scream is a fantasy zone, and it gives Artie's actor a chance to dance, which the dude does pretty well. I'll give you the sci-fi element does appeal to Artie, but that's a weak excuse at best. But Mike, the Asian dancing kid, adds nothing to the plot. But if they had Kurt in there, it would have made sense. They could have even gone a step further. They could have had Kurt and Santana do this song. I mean, you got the guy-girl element. They kind of behave like siblings in the show.
I fought against violence at this school for too long. I have to take the high road. You know what, Prancy Smurf, I respect that.
Having them perform Scream makes a ton more sense than two dudes singing it. And on top of that, the best part of the original video is the interplay between the siblings Michael and Janet, who look like they're having a good time making this thing. Here it's just stupidly misused. It's a fucking dream. And Kurt later says he agrees with Artie!
I agree with Artie.
So, why didn't he do the song with Artie? Why do we hear him say that he agreed? And if Santana agrees with Artie, which she does, why doesn't she sing the song with Kurt? Shake fucking it! Ben. You guys all know that Blaine's name isn't Ben, right? You're always running. Isn't that song about a rat? It is. Oh, hey, do you guys remember that incredibly cool cover of Smooth Criminal done by those dueling cellists? Yeah, that thing by two cellos on YouTube. It's a really cool tribute and it sounds great as anything. You know what is missing?
Annie, are you okay? So, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay?
That's right! A lame, dispassionate duet that is sung over top of it. Apparently this is the shockingly stupid solution that Glee came up with as a way to include this internet sensation. It doesn't just feel forced, it is forced. They went way out of their way to set this up, and for what? A singing contest?
Everyone else clear out. I want you to see me make a girl cry.
Let's just keep this on point.
They get rid of everyone else in the room! Who is expected to judge? The cello guys are playing cello! They're just gonna bicker about who's better at the end of the contest.
I was better.
You weren't even close.
I was better.
See? After Smooth Criminal, the Glee Club has evidence to lock up the evil gay dude.
Fuck so.
No, we're not doing that.
Why?
Who very clearly assaulted Blaine, a friend, and Kurt, the victim's boyfriend, is the one who insists on not taking the evidence to the police.
Kurt, this isn't violent. This is clever. I taped it to my underboob.
Seriously? That defines the non-violent, smart person way to solve the evil gay dude problem.
We're gonna teach them a lesson. And I think I know how.
So what is Kurt's plan?
When I saw you kicking dirt in my eye.
To sing Black or White with the rival chorus, of course.
It's right. It's time for you to get...
Good. Well done, you fucking dummies. And the worst part of all, that plan works.
You on tape admitting to it?
Mostly because, like Family Guy, we gotta wrap up this shit before next time. Cause who can be bothered to remember if there's an evil gay dude running around out there or not? I could go on, but what is the point? This episode is Michael Jackson minus the talent, passion, and credit earned. These Glee people have been shitting on the fans for too long. They get away with poorly made Rocky Horror and Whitney Houston episodes every season. Every episode injects false drama. Every episode ruins a character. This episode in particular has no meat. The story that goes on is really just stringing one Michael Jackson song after the next. I don't think Glee fans are dumb. They're just much, much more forgiving of basic storytelling cliches and racist, sexist, and overall mean-spirited, stupid, not funny humor. Nothing makes sense in the Glee universe anymore. If they just want to do it, they do it. For fuck's sakes, I mean, Blaine says this!
I, for one, know exactly what song we should start Michael Week with.
Making a reference that this is a weekly show. Glee! Can you even stop being shit at this point?
Oh, it's about time for a thriller. Didn't lose any chocolate, I just added vanilla. I'm going off the wall, I won't stop till I get enough. Whooping your big fat ass with a sonic glove. How you gonna talk about the birds or bees when you met your own wife when she was only 14? And you made $1, she came to me. I took her to my Neverland ranch to TV. You should've stayed in the army, dude. Come on, even Tina looks better than you. I'm singing, you're singing, don't be cool. There's only one crown, baby, let the one king rule.
You're a creeper, dude. You like to grab your own winger. I don't let you marry my daughter cause I knew you'd never bang her. You think you're tough? Man, you look like Tootie. I was badder than you in my Blue Hawaii movie. You lost your damn mom, that's why they cast you in The Wiz.
I went on for a long time on that Scream music video section for sure, but I mean, the original video is a forgotten gem. mean, look at that video. It was made in '95 and it predicted so many fashion trends that happened right before the dude died.
Oh my God, can't believe what I saw as I turned on the TV. This evening, I was disgusted by all the injustice, all the
injustice. The dude is dead. So at least enjoy the stuff he left behind. A lot of it is better than you think. All of it's better than Glee.
Great idea.
I might just do that in letters, actually. Just do black. Do it like exactly like Cowboy.
Oh, yeah.
You're so lucky you don't watch Glee.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like...
What the fuck are all these toys doing here? Who did... What? That's crazy! They weren't there at the beginning!
Oh!